When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Texas's offense will have the football first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right. David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing.
Hey,
right?
offense flowing really well.
To this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Baxter.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense.
Going to set him up differently than I did versus Kentucky. A lot of play action. Open up the running game, hopefully.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Off play action. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell to the air. It's Manning. Gets it to the back. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And
The running game still slow.
He gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's back.
Oh, man, they had me there.
It's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They get to him as he throws.
Yeah, too much pressure.
That's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
The Longhorns decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer,
There you go. Good run stuff way to
You're right, David.
set
I played
it
a lot
up.
of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Running hard and getting
It's
6
definitely going to be one of our toughest matchups as far as running backs.
Looking to pass. It's Chapin. Caught close to the marker. It's Thompson. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
No,
There you go, got a crash. Trey Moore hurt, that's not good.
My guy's better than you, and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. The Bulldogs line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass.
Nice pick. Hill Jr. right there, guys.
Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time. There he goes.
They're finally getting some running room after being shut down against Kentucky.
The Longhorns' first season in the SEC was a rousing success and so close to even more with a late loss to Ohio State. Steve Sarkisian and the Horns have the expectations right where they want them.
You said expectations. Has there ever been more hype around a quarterback in Arch Manning?
Ah, man, I thought I was out of the pocket.
People are expecting so much out of this young quarterback. If he hits the ceiling, David, this is going to be a really tough team to beat.
And he showed you flashes a year ago when he filled in for Quinn Ewers, and I think those flashes were so great. And then Texas, man, this is a program that's on the rise. The last couple years, making it to the Final Four in the sport, they're ready to take that next step.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Quickly complete. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They're going to send the back out. An out route, and the rest of them are pretty much post route.
From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection.
I had the tight end, didn't have enough time.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Barely got it in there. We'll take it, though.
The crossbar, but he gets it to go through. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. And the defense
there he is. There he is, the tackle machine.
Mississippi State right back to the line.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration.
I don't care who the running back is. They're not getting anywhere.
Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. The short hands, it's Evans. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's caught. It's Thompson. Didn't pick up
the freshman, Little John, making the stop.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You got to stop the
Made
pass.
3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Back to pass. It's Shapen. It's caught. And he was
Thought my guy could undercut that.
Down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient.
Always a welcome play
Got
for the
him.
defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense.
Oh, man, Hill's hurt.
As soon as he got the ball.
Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Catch in the middle, it's Reese.
Good stop by the safety. And bruised ribs. He'll be back, but we'll let him sit for a while.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes.
That kicker's got a good leg, too.
Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance.
Now look, you don't see kickers on highlight tapes too often. That 61-yard field goal is going to make every highlight reel in the country. Wow.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Working that left side.
Nice catch, Mosley.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
There he goes. Uh-oh, Wisner's hurt now.
A good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. From the gun to give, looking for room. Not much
Decent run there, 4 yards.
Senior defender.
Wisner's gonna have to sit on the bench for a little bit. I'm not bringing him back in yet.
See an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The play action fake. He makes the catch, but the
Out of bounds. Dang it, just off.
Out of bounds.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Quick completion on
Let's
the
go.
outside.
Too big over there.
Teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stop cold.
I don't know what's up. The offensive line, the last 2 games have been pretty sketchy on those pulling runs.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
To the air, it's Manning. Hit as he throws. Got his man.
Oh, what a catch. That was in the nick of time. Holy
And listen,
crap.
the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Looking to the big tight end. He caught it. They will score.
There we go. I knew that connection was coming.
They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 9 to Oklahoma State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Continues to fight for yards.
Oh, wow. Did not expect that. What a run.
Job tackling. You've got to get hats to the football, and then you got to bring the ball carrier down. Poor fundamentals, poor tackling helped lead to that long touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Well, the QB and receiver are trying to hook up there on a curl route, but the DB just had better coverage and he knocked it away.
He'll keep it himself. You want to make sure to maximize those types
Maybe
of runs.
that'll help open up the run game a little bit.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep third downs manageable for this offense.
You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Makes the grab.
Nice
They've got
catch.
it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's complete.
Nice. That
Man,
guy's
this
fitting in
sophomore
pretty well out there.
quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. He wants to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll make the stop.
Line couldn't hold long enough there.
First down.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch, who's really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not?
Good stuff. Of course it's Anthony Hill.
You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again, or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's
Nice. Muhammad with the pass breakup.
Second down, they're scaring at 3rd.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Looking downfield, it's Chapin. He'll take another shot here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Pulls it in. It's Wingo. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he's got some space.
Nice.
Couldn't ask for much
Way to go,
more there.
Baxter.
First down, and they're down to the 42.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake.
Man.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Scanning the field, it's Manning. Unloads to the right. How about
What a
getting the
freaking
foot down
catch.
on that throw for the big completion?
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this... has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
On the ground, it's Baxter. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line to pick up of one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying play action. And
Dang, where's the blocking?
Makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep.
Oh, my goodness.
Play stops the drive. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Looking downfield on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Back to throw. It's Chapin. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the gun, running back gets the give.
Good stop.
He was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown!
Over the freshman.
They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 2 to Oklahoma State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive runs.
Going to try to get it himself. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field.
Oh, my goodness. Ball hung on me there, man.
Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To throw, it's Shapen. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Booth. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield very late in the half. And that pass
nice
will be
hit.
jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking for the end zone. And
There you go, Muhammad.
there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. They're now up by a touchdown at 20-13. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout.
There you go, good coverage.
Lucky that one wasn't picked off, and man, could they have used that. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. Rushes on him.
There we go. Simmons and the linebacker combined on that one.
They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Hand off from the gun. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense.
Broken collarbone.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Hauls it in. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate. Beautiful execution by the offense.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl...
Turning it on!
There we go, a little momentum on that one.
And they'll stay on the attack from there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pocket breaking down. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Dropping back, it's Manning. It's complete to the left. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to get
Block it with his first catch, and it is a touchdown.
Touchdown, Longhorns! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe
Good stop by Simmons.
Scrimmage, but no more than that. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, that's not necessarily a throw that's going to show up on the stat sheet, but I love the decision. We're in the second half. We've got a tie game. You cannot turn the football over, and if nothing's open downfield, just do the smart thing and throw the ball away. I love that decision by the QB.
Man, just late on the coverage.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
The give to the tailback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. No huddle here for the offense. Back to pass, it's Shapen. And a
Nice
missed
knockout.
opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the third time tonight. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now they take the lead.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Breaks it. He smashes his way through.
Good run. Got hit pretty hard there.
The sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physically.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Manning.
Wide open, the tight end. Big gain.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. To the ground from the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these 1st downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
He's got it on the run. He's
nice.
forced out of bounds.
Archer's taking a beating back there.
They saved the touchdown, at least for now.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Gives it on the option. And he needed just a
My goodness, that, come on now. That's 1st down.
Get it. What a stout play by this defense.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the 1st down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one.
Touchdown,
Let's go.
And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, Phyllis. Oregon is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Justin Herbert had a hand in getting this kid to Eugene, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wisconsin. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
He's going to throw deep right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Races to the
got
right.
burned.
A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Looking for room. It's Booth. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Here's the handoff.
Nice tackle.
Back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it.
Nice. Good recovery by Muhammad.
Right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Final play of the quarter coming. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the make Vikings have a classic fourth-quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. There he goes.
All right, the third stringer getting in there. Gibson with a 15-yard gain.
With a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
From the shotgun, the inside give.
Right, another young guy getting in there. Another big game.
When you're trying to finish off the game.
And listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Wide open spaces. Way to go.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
Leaves it with the running back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time.
Good pickup, 4 yards. We'll take that.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Now the play fake. Extending the play. He'll try to do it himself.
Oh, man, yes. Let's go, Arch.
Touchdown, Longhorns. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you...
Oh, he's got some space. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys...
Oh, that should have been a pick.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking for a man. It's Shapen.
There we go. Let's go, defense.
Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. He's got him. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got a lead late in the game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Active hands from
Broke
the
it up.
defense forcing that incomplete pass.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking downfield, it's Chapin. Caught over the middle. It's Evans. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Bulldogs in the hurry-up.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. But when they're way too small, the guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Thompson. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third
Nice
down.
tackle
The
again.
best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Give to the back. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running
There we go,
game.
Anthony Hill.
He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh,
Nice knockout.
The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Looking to throw, it's Manning.
Wide open.
Grab on the left.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Makes it past the marker.
A big run by the freshman.
Called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for a crease. It's Gibson. Oh,
There you go. That'll ice the game, guys.
Move the chains.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback takes a knee.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Hand off from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take
Another good win, guys.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.